Hello my dear friends, welcome to a new video from Madmax Deals and Reviews. Today I do a double feature. Speras Lightning sent me these two flashlights and of course I did not receive any other compensation beside the flashlights themselves, and there have no agreements or requests been from Speras Lightning how to do this review and what to say. The E1 is driven by an 18650 cell and has a very unique feature for a LED flashlight. It has a one mode only, so it's just switch on, switch off, nothing else. And that's kind of nice because I very often receive emails from people asking for their grandparents or other elderly people or people who struggle with modern multi-mode flashlights with blinkies and strobes and dimming and stepping and what else. They just want click and there is light, and click and the light is gone. So that might be the right thing for them. And the M1, which is driven by a 14500 lithium cell producing 1000 lumens, and when you use an AA cell it still does 200 and I think 270 I measured. And the nice thing is, in medium it does 70 on both power sources and 1 lumen on low also on both power sources. So that's not what I've seen on other AA and lithium cell flashlights, so they differed in the lower modes, and this one is only the turbo is different. So let's do an unboxing. Let's start with the E1. I like the box, this white and gold is very fancy looking. And yeah, on the back side there is the specs. Let's read that at first. The output is rated for 500 lumens, 7200 candela, which is good for 170 meters of throw. They use a Cree XPG3 LED. Yeah, that's for the big parts. Of course, there's a plastic drawer. There is a user manual, which is very compact because there is not a lot to how to operate it. There are two O-rings in a separate bag. There is a lanyard in this round shape, also in a separate plastic bag. And in the plastic drawer, there is the flashlight itself. Try to show it in pictures for better details. The first look is quite nice. The anodization is a little bit slippery like paint. The writing is done very well as far as I could say. I did not see any chips or added problems. The clip is a standard snap-on clip. We have a tail cap with the switch, which does not work because they include the cell, which is a 2600 milliamp cells, and of course there is an insulation plate, so do not forget to remove that. And the nice thing is on this battery, it has a USB micro USB port, so you can plug in your phone charger or any micro USB cable and you can charge it on the go, in the car or in the office, wherever you want. So put it back together. Threads are looped and regular cut. And then you see, that's it. Simple, nice. There is, of course, it's an advantage. So, beam shape, we go outside in the garden to see how that works. It looks quite nice. I have some color aberration here around the spot, but I do not think that is an issue in the field outside. The reflector is a smooth reflector. The glass is AR coated, as I remember, yes, and the LED is very well centered. So put that aside and have a look. M1. If you use a 14500 lithium ion cell, you get 1000 lumens of a peak output in high. Using AA battery or rechargeable AA, it will be about 280. Medium is 70, as I mentioned already, and low is 1 for both power cells. That's very good. Throw distance is rated 19 meters using the 14500s and 62 meters if you use the AA cell. So let's look inside. There is a lot more bags. At first we have quite longer, it's 6 except of 4 pages, because there is a user interface. We have a 14500 cell included, which is rated for 750 milliamps and also comes with the USB rechargeable feature. It's very nice. Then I found this very I didn't see that before. That's a small tool to help to mount the lanyard. I will have small pictures here now, help the lanyard, but I think it is a little bit too wide, because when I tried to use it, I bent it a little bit or squeezed it a little, but it works, so it does its job. There is the same lanyard as is delivered with the E1, and of course 2 O-rings and everything in a single bag, so I think bags are enough on stock on Speras Lightning. And here is the flashlight. It's quite nice, small of course, and at first let's insert the battery. We have the tail cap is one part. There is a spring in the back, but no spring in the head. So if you use a 14500 with a flat top, make sure it makes contact here. Now loaded with the cell, I can show you the magnet, which is quite strong. Even with the cell included, it sticks well, so I like that. The belt clip is also clip on here, and as you see, the mode button sticks out a little bit, so it's easy to activate it. You can either hard lock it by turning around the tube a little bit, so you open the electrical circuit, which I recommend, or if it's off, you can click and hold for 3 seconds, then it blinks, and now it's in electronic lockout. Yeah, and what I did, you need to click 3 times to unlock it. So if it's off, which is maintained by click and hold, you can hold for 3 seconds, then it blinks, so then it's locked, and if you click 3 times, it's unlocked. So that's kind of strange having 2 different commands for locking and unlocking. The other thing is click and hold gives you a, whoops, it's on already in mode, that's 1 lumen. Can we see it? Yeah, a little bit. So if you are in off, click and hold, then it goes to EQ. Short click is off. If you short click, you are in the regular mode, which is mode memory, medium or high, medium, high, and then you have to long click to switch it off. So long click for on, short click for off, or short click for on, long click for off. Again, why having different commands for the same thing? So I do not get this. And there is a double click from off for strobe, and when it's on, double click again gives you off. So there is same command for the same thing, so click and hold, then it's off. So that user interface is a little bit confusing to me at the moment, but it works. So as on any other flashlights, you have to learn how to operate your flashlight, and here is an accidental activation, so please unlock it and then you're good to go. Did I mention there is a Cree XBL LED in it with an orange peel reflector and an AR coated lens, and on my sample the centering is not the best, but it's good enough, and due to the to the orange peel reflector, it doesn't make any difference or problems in my opinion. I measured up front how those both flashlights performs. For the E1, which is the single mode flashlight, whoops, where is it? Packed it around here. For the E1, which is the single mode flashlight, I used the battery from Speras, which gave me 495 lumens on my Lumen tube. And after 1 minute it was 488. So, and I think I had it on for 3/4 of an hour and it went to 470. And then it has 45 degrees, so it was noticeable warm, but not so you can't burn your fingers. And then I used a 30Q battery and it gave me 499 at 0 seconds, and 493 at 30 seconds, and 490 at 60 seconds. So it draws 1.3 amp on both batteries, of course. And it was a little bit more different for the M1. I tried the original cell from Speras, which gave me a peak output on switch on from 880, and it's rated for 1000. And then I point the numbers here. I measured wrote down all 5 seconds. It went from 880, 850, 840, 830, 820, 810 every 5 seconds down to 780 after 1 minute, so a 100 lumen drop. And when I used my 14500 EMR from Shockley, that's in high power, it gave on switching on 1011 lumens. So it, with an unprotected cell, it did reach its rated lumens and also dropped fast by 150 lumens from around 1000 to 850 lumens after 1 minute. So it gets quite hot and drops quite fast in the first minute. But of course, physics, that's a small flashlight, 1000 lumens, it's good for short bursts, but you can have it for 1 minute in the worst case, and then you should switch down. And yes, I think we have a look outside in the garden how they do there. Welcome to my garden. Double click in my FW3A, which is in neutral white tint, and with this regulated mode I know it's 1100 lumens. You see the wooden box down there, that's 15 meters, about 20 meters to my tree, 30 meters down there to my garage, and here there's a lot of long grass to cut. But there are a lot of nice animals living there. So nature strikes back. So again, 1000 lumens. So at first we have a look at the E1, single mode 500 lumens. As you can see, quite a spotty beam. And the downside of one mode is, in close-up range, it's much too bright. I wouldn't tell you to read the newspapers in the pitch black night, something like that. But for going outside, hear the dogs barking, click on, you can see really everything what's going on down there, click off, and it's dark again. So that's great. The other light is the M1. Click and hold to start the 1 lumen mode, which is great for close-up things. And you can see, yeah, you can see a few meters, 3 to 5 meters I can see in my garden. Possibly you can't. So short click for off, then a short click for on starts in the 70 lumen mode, which is enough so I can recognize my whole garden with adjusted eyes. And of course my camera is in manual settings, 1600 ISO, shutter rate is on 20, manual focus. And the short click gives 1000 lumens. And as you can see, this small orange peel reflector does a really nice light. I can hardly see a hot spot. If you now look here on that side, There is a brighter area, but it's really nice bright light. And you do not really notice that it dimmed down from 1000 to about 900 or 850 lumens right now. So I hear the hornets are coming, so I will end this for now. Hope you liked the video, and bye bye.